It's been a minute since we did a Box to Bullseye, and if you are not aware of what that means, Box to Bullseye is where I will take a new to me firearm or a piece of gear and take it out to the range, pull it out of the box, and I run it cold in front of you guys so I can give you my first impressions. Now, full disclaimer at the beginning here, Box to Bullseye is not a full review. We're not YouTube reviewers trying to tell you that you should buy a certain product. What I am gonna do is take you on a journey with me today here on the range. So what we're gonna be doing is running the T-Rex Arms 50 round pistol course of fire, and we're gonna be doing it with the new IWI Masada. A couple years ago, I did a review on my personal YouTube channel, Keystone Carry, of the Masada. And honestly, I don't really like calling these things reviews because my intentions are typically not to review something and tell you guys to purchase it unless I've used it a ton. And I mean, put the time in with whatever product I'm looking at. More or less what I've enjoyed doing over the last 5 or 6 years is taking stuff that I think is interesting and taking you guys along on a journey with me in a little bit different of a way. I didn't want to become just a YouTuber that's out here making gun reviews that people send guns and I tell you, yeah, go buy this thing. I've never really operated in that manner. And as TA Targets has expanded and grown and our YouTube channel has grown, we started something called Box to Bullseye, where we took guns like this Masada that I'm gonna be talking about today, and we took you guys along on a journey of a quick range day. Essentially, what would that first range day look like with whatever particular item I'm playing around with at the time? And the intention of that video is to give you guys a quick overview of what you could expect from, say, this Masada on your first range day. And I'd be lying to you if I said this is gonna be some long durability test, because that's not what this is all about. What this is about is taking you on that journey. So there's things that you can find out in that first range day. You can figure out if you like the grip, you can figure out how the recoil impulse is, you can figure out the trigger, how the manual of arms is, the controls, things like that. There is a lot that I can offer in a quick range day like this. But I just want to clarify to you guys at the beginning here, this is not going to be a review. At the end of this video, I'm not going to tell you to go buy this pistol. I'm not going to tell you that this is better than a Glock or better than a Zev or better than a SIG or better than anything. I'm going to try my best to be very unbiased and explain these are a couple things that I'm seeing with this pistol. Maybe I like this certain aspect, maybe I don't like this other aspect. And what I'm hoping that it does is help somebody who's already looking for this pistol. So if you're already considering the Masada, maybe I can give you some feedback that'll tell you that this is the right pistol for you. And if it's not, great, don't buy it. We're not getting paid to talk about the Masada. Now, I do want to clarify at the beginning here, we are friends with IWI. They did send this gun out to me for free. In fact, they sent it out something like 6 or 9 months ago, and to be honest, I forgot about it. It sat in a safe, and I didn't do anything with it until recently. Now, finally, I set it up, and I'll go over the setup, but I decided I wanted to do a Box to Bullseye on it. They didn't even ask me to do anything with this pistol. It was just sent to me for free. So that being said, guys, let me quick go over how I have this thing set up. And also, real quick, in the description, I'm gonna put a link to the old video. Pardon my videography skills back in the day. It's something around 2018, I think. And I was filming it solo. I didn't have Brenton back here helping me out, so it kind of sucks. But if you wanna see what I thought of the original Masada, that's a great way to do just that. So starting out, this pistol is very similar to a Glock 17 size. It does sort of have a little bit of a Glock 19 size grip. However, it does hold 17 rounds in the stock magazine. What you will notice right away is it has a threaded barrel. So if you guys go back to the original video, you're gonna see that I had a red dot. I shot it with iron sights, whole 9 yards. This is an optic ready pistol. They do have other plates that are included with this pistol. So if you wanna run different various red dots, they have adapters for that. Some people hate this kind of a mount setup. If you do, then maybe this gun's not for you. But I put an SRO on top, factory iron sights, marginally can look over the optic. I definitely would not call these really suppressor height sights, although they are taller than the older Masada. One thing you'll notice right away is it does have a threaded barrel, and I do plan to at some point shoot this guy suppressed. I've got a TLR 7A on here, and I'm carrying with a T-Rex Arms sidecar holster. Now, they don't make a holster for this particular gun. I don't necessarily recommend that you run this particular holster for this gun. I'm running the holster for my Z320, the X Compact, and it really hugs on the light, and it fits this gun really well. Trigger's completely covered, so it does work. Again, not telling you to go do that, because long term I don't know that that's the best holster option, because it's not made for this specific gun. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys or underwhelm you guys with tons of specifications about finish and fit and all this other stuff, because honestly, you can get on IWI's website and you can find out for yourself what the thread pitch is, what the twist rate is of the barrel, the length of the barrel. All that stuff is so easy for you to find out. Let's just focus in on how this gun does with my first impression. The one thing I did want to say out of the box, the rear sight, wait, literally fell out. Picked it up and the sight just boop, out on the ground it goes. So I did end up having to put Loctite. I have no idea why it was like that. It's perfectly fine now. I mean, I haven't shot it at all except for zeroing it today. I did at the beginning of this range day take it out, throw it on my Vortex tripod just to get a little bit of a rest, and I did zero it at 25 yards, confirmed it at 5, 10, and 15 then, made sure it's hitting where I want it to hit. I don't see any movement with that, so I think we're good. Other than that, guys, it's a Masada pistol. Check out IWI's website. They're going to tell you all the specifications. Now, what I'm going to be doing today is a little bit different. As you guys know, we partnered up with T-Rex Arms a while ago. They sell our mini ADAP systems, our bases, and we also now produce the cardboard targets for them that you see. It's called the Redacted D-Zone. So in honor of that partnership, I wanted to take this pistol that I have never shot from concealment, and I want to run it in their 50-round pistol carbine. Not pistol carbine. 50-round pistol drill from T-Rex, and we're going to get right into it, guys. So I'm going to grab the 2 magazines that came with this gun. They're fully loaded. I have my shot timer. I have a spare mag in the sidecar holster, full mag going into the gun. And we're gonna go down range here. So first thing we're gonna do is start at 5 yards. We might get soaked. I just heard thunder, so we're winging it. All right, looking at the course of fire here, I printed this off. It might be a little overblown depending on the camera settings, but 50-round pistol course of fire first from compressed ready into the left target down here. We're gonna put 2 rounds into the head box. Time is a 1.48. Okay guys, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna keep this compressed for you. I'm gonna show you the time. I'm gonna write down the score here, and at the end, off camera, I'll probably just total it all up, let you know what my hit factor is. But right now, at 5 yards, holstered, 2 from the holster concealment to the center target head box. So right here at 5 yards. All right, here we go. Head box. So 1.92. Okay, so right away on that, just giving you a little bit of feedback, the grip is very different than a gLoCk. It's similar to a SIG where it's skinny and it's a little bit more upright, but very different. So I'm feeling that right now. So now what I'm gonna do, right target over here, we're gonna draw, and one-handed, I have to put 2 rounds into that head box at 5 yards. So let's do this. .33. All right, so that was a 3.33. What I noticed with that particular drill was it was a little bit difficult for me to get that initial grip and find that dot. Again, that's just gonna come with time. That's nothing bad against that, the Masada itself. So now what we're gonna do is a 1, 2, 3, 4 drill. So we're gonna draw from 10 yards here. I'm gonna put 1 round into the center, 2 rounds into the left, 3 rounds into the right, and then 4 rounds back into the center on the beep. Let's make sure I have enough ammo here. 3. We're gonna actually top off just in case. I might not have had that mag fully loaded up. All right, on the beep. Not bad, 5.05. All right, so that one was a 5.05. Again, guys, that was a 1, 2, 3 drill. 1, 2, 3, 4, I should say. That's actually a really fun drill. And what that's gonna do is work recoil management. sight picture transition. There's a lot of stuff happening in a 1, 2, 3, 4 drill. And I actually landed the shots really well. We'll see that as I compile the score at the end, the hit factor. But I'm very happy with how I performed on that. So right now, we actually need to ditch some ammo out of this. So what's gonna happen at 10 yards, we are going to do a 180-degree turn, 3 rounds into the left target, reload, 3 rounds into the right. So now this is it's forcing me to move my feet to not be in a perfect static position. So on the beep. Had to make up one shot. I topped the mag off improperly. That was an 8.69. Okay, so guys, that one was an 8.69. Now, one thing I want to show you real quick, and I remember this from the old Masada. Let me just clear that out real quick. The one huge gripe I have about the Masada is the mag well. Like, look at how goofy shaped that is. You know how a gLoCk or on a SIG, they're usually pretty square and flared. What happens is these magazines have a lip. As you can see right there, they just get hung up. Every time I go to reload, I end up just struggling getting it in here. And I know of no aftermarket mag wells for these things. Now, I don't think you should chase skill with parts, but it is something you will notice. Just like that, it's really hard to just get a seamless reload. It is doable. Time with the camera is gonna help, but something I've noticed that I wanted to share with you guys. All right, now we're gonna start at 10 yards. I'm gonna draw, put 2 rounds into the center of the left target. I'm gonna run back to 20, 2 rounds into the center of the right target. On the beep. All right, we're just gonna restart that. I cleared it out to show you guys the mag well and I didn't top it off. We're gonna do that over on the beep. .38. Okay, a 6.38 on that. Not bad. Looking at my hits, I'm very happy with that. So right now, we're gonna go back to 20. We're gonna engage 2 rounds onto each target. So back at 20, 2 rounds on left, 2 rounds on middle, 2 rounds on right. We're gonna start over here. Left to right, 2 rounds on each. As I'm running this way to the other stick that's now 10 yards apart, do a tactical reload, tac mag reload, whatever you want to call it, and then do the same thing from right to left. So on the beep, here we go. .11 seconds flat. Okay guys, so that one there was 11 seconds, 11.0 flat. Not bad. I felt really good about that. Transitioning the pistol, pointing with the pistol, the grip angle is a little strange for me. However, it seems to drive very nicely. So now this last drill, we just topped off the mag actually. Switch, top off here. From 20 yards up to 5. I have to put 4 rounds onto each target while I'm moving. Now I can use the entire distance or I can get those shots done quickly. It's a balance of speed and accuracy here. So I'm gonna start left, middle, right. While I'm moving, 4 rounds on each on the beep. All right, that was a 7.12. Now time to score this thing up. Okay, so there should be 2 head, 1, 2. 15 torso, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got one mic, alpha, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5, Charlie. So this one should have 2 head, 1, 2, 13 torso, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so no misses. 1 delta, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alpha, 16 torso, 2 head, 0 misses, 1 delta, 10 alpha, 7 Charlie. Okay. 10 alpha, plus 13. All right guys, so 50 round carbine, oh my gosh, 50 round pistol. 50 round pistol, bear with me. There's lightning and rain and all kinds of stuff. 50 round pistol, course of fire by T-Rex Arms, done under my belt. I did pick up and reinforce some things that I already knew about the Masada. Now talking about the Masada, let's just quickly for like 30 seconds discuss what's different between this model and the old one. The reality is, it's got a threaded barrel and taller sights. So at the end of the day, at least that's what I know to be different, just looking at it. At the end of the day, it's very similar to the old Masada. Some things that I really liked about the old Masada. Trigger is really good. The trigger's very light, very smooth. It breaks easy. The only thing that I will say that you might have seen in some of the footage, the reset's super long. So I did have some trigger freeze. Again, nothing wrong with the gun itself, but it's something that I would have to train through if I'm gonna use this as an everyday carry item. Looking at it against the old Masada, I mentioned that magwell. That's something that frustrates the heck out of me with this gun. So it might stop you from purchasing it. I really wish IWI would take a little bit of time to square that off, make it a bit easier to get into the magwell. But it is what it is. It's a sweet shooting gun otherwise. I like the front serrations on it. I think that's a nice touch. I feel like every modern pistol should come with front sights or front serrations on it. I think every modern pistol should come with a recess machined for a red dot. I think that's a no-brainer. I think suppressor height sights should be standard, and this one has it. Now I mentioned that the rear sight had some issues out of the box. Now Loctite has obviously held that thing in place. I didn't have any issues with the front sight. No issues with functioning or anything like that. It feels like a solid pistol. Again, I'm just kind of echoing what I already said in the old video about the old Masada. Now talking about the performance, when we were looking at these drills, my hit factor is 4.11, which is a really solid hit factor. When we're talking about those initial press outs, the grip, and the fact that I'm very unfamiliar with an SRO did make some of those initial shots a little bit weird for me. Transitions, piece of cake. Very happy with the accuracy displayed from my performance and me shooting this pistol. I think that at the end of the day, it's a pistol. It's a modern pistol. It's one that if you like it and it fits your hand, and I would definitely recommend go out and shoot one, try it, see what happens. But if it's right for you, it's gonna be right for you and you're gonna love it. If it's not right for you, you might hate it. And ultimately, I said at the beginning of the video, this entire video is not about telling you to buy this pistol. I hope that seeing me shoot it at a reasonable performance, I definitely can shoot with my gLoCk a little bit faster and a little bit more accurate sometimes, but I did try to push it, and I had what I would consider a good amount of performance out of that, especially running this course of fire for the first time. So I think for the right person, it's a good contender. Is it gonna be right for you? Ultimately, that is up to you guys to determine for yourself. I'm not gonna recommend it one way or another for you. One other thing I did want to touch on that might sway you away from this pistol is holster compatibility. Because it's a little bit of a different pistol, it's very similar to SIGs, but it's not the same. You might have issues finding your favorite holster brand for this particular gun, so that's something else to consider. So guys, I can't talk about the durability of this new model of the Masada. I am going to continue shooting it. I plan to run it in the rain because why not? This is America and I'm already wet, so we're gonna get more wet. But if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend, and comment down below. Let us know what you think about our channel and all of that good stuff. But guys, that's enough talking. It's time to get wet, wild, and weird.